I'm Roy Blunt, a senator from Missouri, and I've got to tell you, I may have driven over the Rocheport Bridge as many times as almost anybody. If there is a bottleneck in the east-west commerce of the country, it could very easily be that bridge. If Missouri's forced to try to repair it, that bridge will be one way or another an obstacle for months and months and months. And then the next thing I have to do is figure out how to replace it at some future date. A replacement means we've got a couple of days that bridge traffic is a problem. Let's not let that happen. I think this truly is an issue of national significance.
The Interstate 70 Missouri River Bridge near Rocheport in central Missouri has a problem. It's 60 years old and deteriorating every year. Recently, its condition was downgraded from fair to poor. It's in need of a major rehabilitation that will only extend its life by 10 years before it will have to be replaced. So just replace the bridge, right? Not so easy with a $238 million price tag, money MoDOT doesn't have. By comparison, the cost of the rehab is $18 million.
So the rehabilitation of the Rocheport Bridge is scheduled to be let in January of 2020. It's a 7 to 9 month job. We expect the contractor to get set up and go in early spring. The thing that really concerns us about it is not necessarily the work, but it's the traffic that's going to be crossing the bridge. The bridge carries over 12 million cars a year, 3.6 million trucks a year. So it's a major freight corridor for the country. The traffic backups are really what's going to concern us. We know we've done some rehabilitation work on some expansion joints in the past couple of years. And so we know that traffic routinely backs up about 8 miles.
The impacts of the work would be severe, snarled traffic in both directions that could result in delays of 3 to 8 hours for 7 to 9 months. Those delays would be intolerable for cross-country travelers, businesses, and local residents. The Rocheport Bridge carries 12.5 million vehicles per year, including 3.6 million trucks. It's at the heart of national and regional freight distribution, and it's a linchpin to the mobility needs of Missourians.
Freight that crosses that bridge within 48 hours touches 47 of the states. And so that just talks about how big of a linchpin that bridge is to this region and to our state, because it really does connect our borders.
Each year, more than 100 million tons of freight worth more than $154 billion crosses that bridge.
We usually take I-70 to 54 to 40. So the Rocheport Bridge is right on I-70, so that's a major artery. It's very important for us. We've got to be able as a company to make timely delivery to our customers because we deliver the food that feeds America.
With the shortest suitable detour being 110 miles, it's likely that long-distance trucking would divert to Arkansas or Iowa. Automotive manufacturing is an important part of Missouri's economy, and both Ford and General Motors have large plants that rely on I-70 for delivery of components to keep their lines moving. More than 60% of Missouri's population lives within 30 miles of I-70, making the corridor vital to those who travel between the state's 2 largest cities. Within central Missouri, the bridge enables people to commute to jobs, schools, and healthcare in Columbia.
University of Missouri Healthcare offers our region access to a Level 1 stroke center, a Level 1 heart attack center, and a Level 1 trauma center, in addition to the area's only children's hospital. This bridge serves as a vital link in our mission to save and improve lives. Replacing this bridge will ensure Missourians have quick access to the care they need, both now and well into the future.
You know, if you're having multi-hour backups both directions, people aren't going to just be avoiding central Missouri. They're not just going to be avoiding Columbia or that bridge. They're going to be driving around the whole state. We're going to become a drive-around state, whether that be for tourism or whether that be freight, goods, and services. And so the economic impact that those type of backups have would be detrimental to Columbia.
Traffic models predict that rehabilitation would close lanes on Interstate 70 for 7 to 9 months with 3 to 8 hour backups. Commercial traffic traveling over the Rocheport Bridge touches every part of the continental U.S. within 72 hours. This bridge demonstrates the nationally impactful nature of strategic investment in seemingly local transportation assets.
Replacing the bridge with a new structure alongside would avoid the traffic impacts because the existing bridge could be used during construction. To enable that, though, the Missouri Department of Transportation will need additional resources. In March, MoDOT applied for a $172.5 million federal infra grant that would enable the bridge replacement. If successful, the infra grant would also trigger an influx of $301 million in state bond revenue, approved by the Missouri General Assembly this session, that would replace another 250 smaller bridges across the state.
Hi, I'm Missouri Governor Mike Parson. Our state sits at the crossroads of America. Therefore, I have made infrastructure a high priority in my administration. During the 2019 legislative session, a bridge bonding proposal was passed. At a minimum, this will fund the replacement of 45 substandard bridges. However, if we can secure a federal infra grant, $301 million in bonding will allow MoDOT to tackle over 200 more bridges. This would include replacing one of the largest bridges in the state, the I-70 bridge at Rocheport. This bridge is an important east-west link to the national flow of freight. Therefore, it benefits every Missourian and millions of Americans.